practice session, and then we had a time attack session. The time attack session, I ended up in third out of I think four people today. But next up is it's kind of like a sprint race, and then we'll roll into another sprint race, maybe an hour or so later. But so my position for the first sprint race will be third, and then wherever we finish is going to be my position for the second sprint race, and wherever we finish in the second sprint race will be for tomorrow. Will be my placement for tomorrow. So, Ray's big chilling. He's got a little break before he gets to go. So yeah, beautiful day on Ikejima. So I qualified P3, and I had a feeling that I was losing most of the time on the first sector. Thankfully, my beautiful girlfriend got this perfect view, so we're gonna start a timer whenever Ryoma crosses the white line there on the front straight, and we'll end it at the first apex, or third apex, sorry. So it's just visibly fast. He chucks it into the corner, and you end up with a 6-3-6 first sector. We'll just call that the first sector. Now here I come approaching the line. There we go, start the timer. And it's just visibly slower. I'm not really chucking the cart in, and we come to the third apex. That's a 7.2, so visibly slower. How much slower? About 8/10 slower. And that's kind of how far off I was on the pace. So I think it's safe to say that the rest of the track I was keeping up with the pace. There was really not much of a difference, but the first sector was definitely the downfall of my qualifying. I just need to be a little bit more aggressive whenever it comes to the sticky tires on the karts. But this is my first time experiencing, high speed corners like this one in a go-kart. So we eventually get the hang of it, come to the sprint race, and it's some pretty exciting footage. So let's just get into that. So getting into this second sprint race, I didn't end up recording the first one. We were able to finish the first one in P2 after me and Ryoma kind of got into an incident, but it was deemed a racing incident, and it puts me P2. So P1 we have Carrera Watanabe. He's a very fast Rotax driver. He may have a championship, I'm not exactly sure. And P3 behind us we have Ryoma Henzan, which is a active Porsche Cup driver for mainland Japan and a Formula 4 alumni driver as well. You can see Carrera is actually wearing Taida Hibiki's race suit and helmet. He couldn't really make it to this event, but Carrera decided to step in, which thankful to him because it was really good competition. But Taida is a Kukru alumni, and he actually won the F4 Japanese Championship in 2020, then moved to Super Formula after that. So he's probably got a lot of stuff going on, but definitely really cool that he started at Kukru Circuit and is Okinawa Scuderia alumni. So make a nice move down the inside on Ryoma. He kind of backs out of it a little bit, and every time I hit that bump right there, the GoPro ends up kind of shifting diagonally. So Ryoma gets a good exit and then ends up passing me before turn 3. You can just see how much more aggressive he is with his kart compared to me. And here he gets in a little bit of a bump. Ryoma sends it down the inside. Carrera goes a little bit wide. Carrera has a nice little switchback here. Hit the bump again on the gas. They're side by side, which is kind of sketchy to do, but so far really good racing. Ryoma goes pretty wide, but still carrying speed. Almost getting to the back of him. Can we get a switchback? No. That's the right here. We're just going to cut forward a little bit. So towards the end of this lap, going side by side into turn 1, Ryoma goes extra wide. Makes a mistake. We're just going to take the inside here. He's kind of losing the kart. And we sneak up down the inside on Carrera. I'm not sure if he just let us by or he didn't expect us to make that move. I'm not sure why he would just let us by there. Now from here we're in the lead, and we'll cut forward one more time here. So This is probably the start of the next lap, and I just leave the inside line wide open. And Carrera takes that, and we also lose a position to Rioma. Get a nice little cut on Rioma, get a good exit, and take the inside once again. Rioma kind of backs out of it. Getting a little bit into the grass, but that's okay. Open up the corner as much as we can. Decent exit. Rioma gets another amazing exit. Goes extra wide. Almost gets into Carrera, but they both survive. Now let's see if we can get a nice switch back here on somebody. And we do. Okay, so we got Carrera on that turn. It's kind of my favorite place to overtake this entire weekend. So he's starting to do a little bit of a defensive line. Staying towards the inside, not really letting anybody sneak up. Yeah, he's just being super defensive. Stays the inside. We're going to cut forward a little bit, and I end up, kind of adjusting the frame of the video. I like it. I think this will work. I'm not sure if it makes it easier or more difficult to watch the video. But Rioma's still taking the very defensive line. And I was honestly getting a little bit tired with all this fighting and just trying to pull these moves. Try to get the cut once again. It's just not going to work this time. Rioma's kart has way too much pickup. So right here we will cut forward a little bit just so. Alright, almost get into the back of Rioma again, still being very defensive. And now at this point I'm thinking the only move I can do is that cut that I've been doing for most of these overtakes. So right here I'm going to go for it, and we end up getting a better exit once again. So we just take the inside. Kart has loads of grip through here. Get onto the back straight, hit the bump. GoPro screws up a little bit. And at this point, I'm thinking just defend, defend, defend. Hold the defensive line. Yep, stay a little bit more inside than I normally do. Here I stay inside once again. I believe this is the next lap. Yeah, just staying super inside. This is the last lap, actually. GoPro's still very crooked. I apologize. I'll fix that. Go on the inside. Rioma gives me a little tap. A little tap is being generous. My wheels were kind of off the ground, but we still managed to get a good exit here and take the checkered flag for the number 2 sprint race. So that means I will be on pole position for the main race. So we did both of the qualifying races, which are just sprint races, and I forgot to record the first race, but it's super close. Pretty much the top 3 are just fighting the whole time. So me, Rioma, and I'm not sure what the other guy's name is, but I got footage of the second one, and that's probably what you guys just watched. Depends how I lay out this video, but super fun. We were able to hold off Rioma and the other really fast guy for the last 2 laps. So we'll be starting on pole tomorrow, and I'm gonna have professional drivers driving behind me that don't want to lose, but I also don't want to lose. So super fun. This track is amazing. Mounty, so my back is destroyed. But we'll see how the result goes tomorrow. I'll pick back up tomorrow.